Hi Capricorn, this is Donatella, Empress of Swords. If you guys are returning, thank you so much. If this is your first time, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please always remember to like, share, and subscribe. And especially if this is resonating with you, please always remember to comment. I love to hear back from you guys, especially when I know that it's resonating. Man, it's like incredible. I love to hear those comments that you guys leave. As I start, I want to tell you guys that there's 5 planets right now in retrograde while your planet Saturn is just moving forward right now. So you're moving forward and there's 5 planets that are backwards, meaning there's a lot of elements that are conflicting with you moving forward right now. One of them that is going to affect you is Mercury retrograde, where it's going to be really hard for you to communicate. You were left out in the cold in the distant past, but you've had access. You're realizing about something that makes you unhappy. This could be some kind of financial thing that didn't work out, and now you're trying to think about planting another seed again. You're thinking about starting over again. And every time you do something with someone different, it's like you feel like you're being left out in the cold. You're contemplating on moving forward again. This could be towards a Cancer, or it could be towards maybe like in a week from now, you're going to want to really communicate with like some kind of justice system. It could be a Libra, but it's mostly about making things fair, whatever is fair for you. And if you had somebody toxic in your life, if they had somebody toxic in their life, you're moving on a direction in your life now that is fair for you, whatever works for you. And you're not going to try to work on anything anymore that doesn't allow you to explore. It's just a feeling inside of you that you don't want to feel constraints. It's just, you just notice that you're not happy. And there's some kind of system that you're in right now. It almost feels like maybe you're living with someone, or it's like a hospital. I don't know. I feel like it's a system that just doesn't work for you. And it's toxic there. And every time you open up your intuition, you feel like you're trapped and you're full of anxiety. You're going in and out because you cannot communicate something that you've been wanting to communicate. And that could be that you've been wanting to be generous to someone that you have good memories with. But there's 2 paths to go. There's one part of you that is very scared, that you feel like you don't know if you could trust this person. There's a part of you that wants to take a risk, and that's only because you have really good memories with someone from the past. But you feel like you don't like your options right now because there's different ways to go. And you don't know if you should hold on to your money, or this other person is going to be stingy about their money. But now you're actually contemplating on really having a happy family. You're really thinking about that. You're going towards that. That's actually the direction that you're going towards now, Capricorn. You're starting to hold on to something that is really meaningful to you. And you were in a period of arrest mode, and I think you're going to actually express it very soon. You're going to start expressing how much you really love and care about someone. There could be like, maybe there was a Libra that wasn't fair with you, or maybe you weren't fair with them, but you're going to, or maybe it was like a justice system that wasn't fair for you. Whatever the case may be, there is a situation now that you have that is happy for you. And it's going to help you get out of rest mode. So there's something that changed. That like it made you come through like a realization. I don't know if it's a friend you have or someone close that you have. But you're starting to realize like what's fair for you. And it's snapping you out of rest mode. And it's getting you out of hangman position. And it's going to make you feel like you got to talk to a lot of people about what you want. There is a Aries that is not agreeing with you. And that's one of your biggest issues right now, is dealing with an Aries. This Aries is trying to go up against what you want to do. And the reason why they do that is because they don't like the options in their own life. So they're very conflicted by how you handle your situation. They think that you make decisions. This Aries thinks that you make decisions that are always constantly just pie in the sky. They don't have faith in what you believe. So it makes your world kind of turn upside down because you kind of felt like you needed this person's emotional support in the past too, even in now. Now you've realized that you can't really tell these people. You don't want to do something sneaky either. You don't want to be dishonest, but you're going to have to like speak up to be with the one that you love. Wow, Capricorn, I see like you're starting to take a risk. There is someone that you really do care about. And at the same time, this person feels like such a pain in the neck. They are such a burden, but you really do care about them. Their life has been upside down before, or maybe your life was upside down before. It could have been you guys were in and out of each other's lives in the past, but now that's stopping. And that's because something is going to change. There's going to be something that happens where it affects also another Virgo or another Gemini. It's going to affect them too. And you're going to have to think about repairing your life. And you're realizing that the anxiety that you had wasn't as bad as you thought it was. Because the offer of love that's coming towards you is at a very high level. This love connection that you have with someone cannot be pierced. You're realizing it. Like, you're realizing how much of a strong connection you have with someone, more than any experience you've ever had in your life. And it was hard for you to realize this because you were in a position where maybe your finances were really being affected, and you were kind of like in a fog of like what you're supposed to do right now, like what is the best thing to do right now, because you are a very like caring person too. But you're in a position where you're thinking like, what am I supposed to do financially, like to make things better for my person? And right now you're waiting on your ships to come in. And I feel like you're still going to be waiting in about like 4 weeks from now. Because you feel like right now, you feel like in the public eye, your endeavor is not as successful as it could be. And you're waiting until it's like more of a success. And then you're like, okay, I'm not embarrassed of myself, or I'm not embarrassed of my goal. Then I can go and explain this to everybody else. But you're trying to keep your goal on a hush-hush, but you're hoping that it's going to become more successful. But there's a judgment coming towards you, and there's going to be something that is very fair for you. There's been somebody that's been waiting on you, that you've been waiting on them, actually. And there's a huge feeling of completion. In the past, there was like this huge anxiety that you had between you and this person. But now, recently, now that you're like up on your game, you feel like you've had your judgment. You feel like you've had your justice. Like something fair has happened. And that is a relationship that is very abundant for you. It's like you're realizing what a relationship you have. Like there's an offer that you want to make, and you don't want to be single anymore. You're realizing like you want to make an offer, you don't want to be single, and maybe like you want to take the next step. And there's a communication that you have to have with a fire sign. This could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And it makes your life better. You know, you start explaining to this person like, hey, my life is actually better. These decisions that I make do actually make my life better. So I want to do this because of that. You know, if that's not enough for you to understand that I'm making my life better, then you don't understand what is good for me then. And that you start realizing like when you make your life better, you're even happier. And that was the whole point of all this. I started the reading off with you weren't happy. But now it's like making your life better made you feel happier. There could be a Taurus or a Libra that is disheartened. You know, this person does not have I feel like this person doesn't have the whole story. And if it's not this person, maybe it's like you don't have the whole story. But there's a contract that's coming. That they thought that it wasn't, or you thought that wasn't. You thought it was stalled. But you've seen like from the distance, like what's good is like when your partner is far away, you know that they're gonna be stable, and that's what you appreciate about the person that you're with. Like you've seen a lot of erratic people around you, and something that you appreciate about your person that the person that you love is like very balanced. No matter how far away you are from them, it's like they're always the same person. They don't fluctuate. At the same time, you're noticing that this person suddenly is not communicating the way that they used to. It could also be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There's someone that's upset about this connection that you have with this person. But they can't, no one can block it. Like your connection is blessed. There is a Virgo that needs to speak up and tell your person something. It's like this Virgo is connected to you also. Capricorn, I see you really heavily focused on having a really happy home life. You're not allowing anyone to disturb it. Your wish is coming true. Like one thing after another. There's going to be an Aquarius later on in your life that's going to be very, very, very important to you. This person is going to make things happen for you. And this person is actually connected to the air sign too. It's not the same person, but they're connected to this person. They're going to make significant changes in your life. And then it's going to feel like after this person talks to you, you're going to feel like all the delusion was taken out and you get more clarity. So more clarity is coming, Capricorn. And more love. Like I see nothing but really good cards. So maybe like in the past, there was some quietness because something new was developing. And then now it's like you're realizing what you want. You're realizing who you want. You've had some time to experience something in your life. And there's some kind of understanding that's going to happen, but it's like some fire sign that is near you that's going to have to understand. And there's some communication that needs to happen. I also see that there's an air sign that's affected too, but there's a very, very sensitive person that you're very attached to. And this person adores you. So whatever that is, let me know. Let me know if this resonates with you, Capricorn. But for the rest of like the 4 to 6 weeks, I feel like you're getting more closer and closer to this person. And you're just offering the next stage. It's just, you don't see it right now yourself, but it's developing by its own because of the limits and the boundaries that you have for yourself as a person, as the stages and the steps that you're deciding to take right now. Something has happened where it's causing you to transition, and it could be because of the presence of a fire sign. So that maybe it could have like snapped you out into making a decision much quicker and faster. So if that resonates, let me know, because I know, like, I get the sense like you want to change things, switch them back to the way that you want them. You want to prefer them. If that makes any sense. Okay. So if that resonates, let me know. Comment down below. And please always remember to like, to share, to subscribe. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.